It's so funny because over time, I've always thought that service managers were one of the lowest trained positions in terms of like there's no real good resources out there for how to be a service manager. And
what are you talking about? Irreplaceable?
Yeah. So if you take that out of it, there's not a ton of resources out there for service managers.
Right.
And
there's a lot of advisor training.
Yeah, and what we've noticed as a trend recently is that shop foremen are moving into service manager roles after being a shop foreman, which I've had a couple of people go from shop foreman to service manager to general manager, so don't rule that out of the equation as well. But the funny thing that I find as a commonality is that none of them, or very few of them, were trained in any way, shape, or form about what their role was when they became a shop foreman. So all of them, essentially, the path was you go from a really high-performing tech to being a shop foreman. And we came up with a little list of things that you should be focusing on. And I think if you have this list, it kind of preps you for what the next role would be as a service manager if you kind of pay attention to those things that really, really matter. And at the end of the day, you'll be really successful, I think, if you do these, whatever, we got 7 or 8 different tips. But the first one I've got down here might sound like a no-brainer, but you definitely want to attach your identity to this if you're a shop foreman, is that your responsibility is to drive production.
What do you think most shop foremen think their responsibility is?
To make sure that the hard cars get fixed.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the kiss of death. That's the trap.
That's right.
So a lot of times, and this happens in every position, every industry, the thing that gets you promoted is not the thing that keeps you there.
Yes, and the thing.
So the fact that you were the best tech, the fact that you could fix the problem cars, does not keep you as a shop foreman. It actually pushes you back to being a tech.
And I also would say that I think that sometimes service managers can be super selfish about that and ask the shop foreman to work on the hardest cars, which then, stunts the growth of the team. There's a lot of other reasons that you shouldn't be doing it. But yeah, so the focus should be on driving production and understanding what capacity is and how to get your team to produce as many hours as humanly possible out of the shop that you're in.
Thanks so much for watching this clip of Service Driving Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.